الأعلى للقوات المسلحة فجر اليوم الأكاديمية العسكرية المصرية. يرافقه الفريق أول محمد زكي القائد العام للقوات المسلحة وزير الدفاع والإنتاج الحربي، والفريق أسامة عسكر رئيس أركان حرب القوات المسلحة، وعدد من قادة القوات المسلحة. وشاهد الرئيس عبد الفتاح السيسي عددا من الأنشطة والتدريبات الرياضية التي نفذها طلبة الأكاديمية أثناء تنفيذهم طابور اللياقة، وأشاد بالمستوى الراقي الذي يتمتع به الطلبة من لياقة بدنية عالية وثقة بالنفس.
السلام عليكم. سعيد ان انا التقي بيكم النهارده واتكلم معاكم شويه. انا عارف ان الاختبارات النهائيه للكليه او للاكاديميه خلصت بالكامل، واتصور ان احنا دلوقتي بنستعد لحاجتين في وقت واحد: تخريج دفعات جديده من الاكاديميه ومن الكليات العسكريه بالكامل، وايضا استقبال دفعه جديده من الطلبه الجدد ان شاء الله. الحقيقه بالمتابعه مع القاده في القوات المسلحه ومع مدير الاكاديميه انا بطمئن دايما عليكم، وحتى من خلال الزياره والالتقاء بيكم والحديث معكم بيزداد كل يوم تقديري للجهد المبذول وللاعداد الكبير اللي احنا او اللي بتقوم بيه الاكاديميه دلوقتي في فتره بنعتبرها فتره مهمه جدا. واحنا في كل يوم في تطوير مستمر. وبالمناسبه النقطه اللي انا بقولها ديت ان احنا نبقى دايما في تطوير مستمر، ده الحال او ده سنن الدنيا، واللي يتوقف عند حال معين او عند موقف معين او عند تطور معين، التطور ده هيبقى ناجح لفتره ثم هتتجاوزوا الاحداث بعد كده. وبالتالي زي ما بقول كده ان احنا محتاجين دايما، وانا بقول لكم الكلام ده وانتم يمكن سواء كانوا الطلبه اللي هيتخرجوا او الطلبه اللي موجودين دلوقتي، تبقى النقطه دي واضحه بالنسبه لهم. احنا في تطور مستمر، هو ده حال البشريه وده حال الناس. مهم قوي ان انا برضو اطمنكم على حالنا، وانا يمكن كنت في السلوم من كام يوم، والمهم فيها ان انا باكده معاكم دايما ان احنا لم نتوقف ابدا عن العمل. وزي ما قلت هناك وبقول لكم برضو، احنا في عمل مستمر على كل قطعه او كل شبر من اراضي مصر. طيب الازمه اللي كل الناس متحسبه منها وكل الناس قلقانه منها، عدت علينا ازمات كتير في مصر، وبالجهد وبالمثابره كانت هذه الازمات بنعبرها ان شاء الله. والازمه اللي انا بتكلم فيها دي برضو الازمه الاقتصاديه اللي احنا بقالنا دلوقتي بنعاني منها، وزي ما قلت كده برضو ان احنا مش كنا سبب فيها كظروف عالم، سواء
Well, the circumstances such as the COVID-19 that had a negative impact on the world and we are linked in a way or another, as well as the Ukrainian and Russian crisis affected the prices. What is important, despite such a great crisis, despite the raise of the main goods, even with the effort we are exerting, you may, during a few months, we are going to put in an Egypt map and a great amount of the agricultural lands, whether the Antashki, Sharkala, and the New Delta, and we're looking at the whole sizes of lands, even in Sinai, more than 3 points done, and the Egyptian country, the Reef and Masri, and it's in a great work and a great amount of agricultural land in an unprecedented time. Even though we are going to be in need for importing the main goods such as the wheat and the oil. Yes, within great quantities. We're talking about 19 to 20 million ton of the wheat, and the size of the domestic consumption a year. Even if we produced half it, we would be needing 50% abroad, and yet we are imported in great quantities. For the people to see why the price is increasing, the food oil, so we are importing in more than 90% of our consumption. And by the way, we are importing by the US dollar and selling it to the Egyptian currency. Therefore, we are requested to get the hard currency. We're talking about the big figures, and not just before this number, but the circumstances going through the whole world and affecting us. But are we standing still? No. But do we have something that concerns us in such goods and materials we are talking about? We are talking about we have a reserve amount for 5 to 6 months, and the same goes for the fuel. So we're talking about 10 million vehicles are mobile and going throughout the Republic, and you are in need for the required fuel, and a great part of it is imported from abroad. And the electricity stations, we are in need per 18 million per day in order to be operative fully, and due to the current increase in temperature degrees, we're talking about more than 500,000 megawatt months, and around 300 million US dollars. In addition to the fuel or the gas that the Almighty God blessed us by through our production that fulfill our needs of the natural gas. Even if the productions, without the productions we would have in a greater crisis. And I just wanted to say to Sylvia assured that prices might be increasing and soaring, and that concerning us, and the government is working on a set of measurements that mitigate the impact of such a crisis. Situations in our region and the whole world, Egypt, as I always say, that has principles to be a factor of stability in the region, and that I was actually very keen to run our foreign policy that way. And I was also imagined that our policy is featured by the balance and moderation, as I say, to find different or solutions for different crises, as you can see in the neighboring countries, in Libya and Sudan, affecting us. But we are trying to be positive factor in finding solutions for such crises. And you following, and recently the neighboring countries conference that its goal, with the coordination of the Sudan neighboring countries, to find a peaceful exit or output of the conference to regain the situation back in Sudan in a very short while, God willing. This is only just a piece of the situation, not because we are here, I self-assure you only, but because you are here, and before all of that, Almighty is observing us in our country, that we are very keen to work relentlessly in different sectors and fields, and we are insist. thanks to the Almighty God, that the economic crisis ended solutions and through a very aggressive plan regarding the issues of economy, industry, production requirement, and minimize the import in bills to have alternative or domestic productions and to fulfill such requirements all the goods that we are in need daily life. If I say that with important that we are in need, that require foreign currency, whether from fuels, materials, different requirements, or medications that we cannot, no matter what we did, that we cannot say that they are not basic. We're talking about a very big figure. As long as we cannot fulfill or to provide this figure by work and exportation, the provision of alternative domestically, we are going to suffer. I say this frankly, this matter, thanks to the Almighty God, to overcome. When I talk about the agricultural production for 3 to 4 million Sudan, it's a great figure in order to minimize a part of the importing bills for the food stuff. No matter our agricultural production, I see very humbly that during a year at tops to enter the Sinai market, more than 450,000 Sudan in Sinai, and the same goes for Turkey and Sharq al-Ainat, and in different areas in Beni Suef, and many 60,000 Sudan. All this number being said, in addition to what was there before, and still, yes, because we are 105 million citizens that require the need to be issued. I got it shortly. I'm very pleased to see you and observe you, and God bless you. And I say that the Academy's role is not only just to qualify and prepare the candidates of the military colleges, but it's making another role in preparing new cadres to enter the workforce in different state constitutions. Those are going to be holding these posts should be responsible, honest, and sincere. And we are trying to assist in preparing these cadres for 6 months, for example, and then we'll observe the outputs. And that this pass would achieve what we need, and the qualifications is good enough or require more assistance. Once again, many happy returns, and those are going to be graduated. I principally congratulate you, and God willing, get a new cadets to enter the academy. Wish them all the best of luck. I thank you and wish you all the best of luck. And I was always pray to the Almighty to preserve you and to maintain and protect Egypt. Thank you very much, and peace be upon you all.
The
President inspected a number of the training student zones, such as in the areas of main housing zones,